Hello students, I hope you are doing well. Today we will talk about meter bridge. In the last topic we had discussed Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge was a method to find the unknown resistances. But sometimes when we are using large resistances, then the method is not very precise. And due to sometimes temperature changes, the temperatures that are being used or the EMF that is being used, the resistance degrades. In that cases, the Wheatstone bridge doesn't give us precise results. So another method has been devised using Wheatstone bridge, which is called as meter bridge. The meter bridge has a principle of Wheatstone bridge. The same balance condition is used, only the construction is slightly different, and meter bridge is more convenient to use and it gives us a more precise result. Let us see the construction first. Very important to always remember that the meter bridge is based on the principle of Wheatstone bridge. The balance condition P by Q equals to R by S. Let us see the construction. This consists of a 1 meter long wooden board and on this board two L-shaped copper strips are fixed. These are wide flat strips of copper . Each of the copper strips has two terminals here. This is actually one common point. Between the two strips there is another flat copper strip, straight strip, having three terminals. These three terminals means that the point is the same. They are not three different points, they are the same points. Here a gap is there and another gap is left here. This is the left hand side gap and the right hand side gap. Between these two terminals a 1 meter long wire is stretched. This wire is made of some alloy like manganese. This wire has a uniform area of cross section. And here there is a scale attached to the wooden board. On the wooden board itself there is a 1 meter scale to measure the length of the wire. These points, let us take them as A and C. This point is D. In the left hand side gap, a resistance box is fixed, attached. Resistance box is a device in which there are many resistances attached. Whatever resistance we require, we can use it. So it is basically a variable resistance. So here in the left hand side gap, we have fixed the variable resistor R. And in the right hand side gap, we fix the unknown resistance S. It can be any wire. This is how, this is the resistor or the wire that has been fixed, whose value is to be found. Between A and C, a source of EMF, the battery, and a in this way. The positive terminal of the battery is connected to A. From this point B, a galvanometer is connected. We talked about the galvanometer. It is a device used to detect current. It gives deflection whenever a small current flows through it. So a galvanometer is connected through D, and the other end of the galvanometer is connected to a jockey. A jockey is a small device of this shape, of a pen. On the one end there is a terminal where the wire is connected, and on the other end it has a knife-like edge which we can use to touch the wire. This end is left free. So the other end of the galvanometer, it is connected to a jockey J. This is the construction of the meter bridge. The circuit I have drawn. This circuit is used to find the unknown resistance S. Now, what is the working? What will be the steps to conduct this experiment? The first step is that all the connections are made, and after that the key is closed so that current starts flowing in the circuit. This jockey J, it is a free end. Whenever we touch it on the wire, the connection is complete. So we will choose a resistance R from here. We can start from a low value of resistance, say 1 ohm, 2 ohms, like this. And so first step is that we choose a value of R. After that, we pick up the jockey, since it is a free end, and connect it at A. When we connect it at A, we will see that in the galvanometer there is a deflection. Say the deflection is on the left hand side. It is not important that deflection is on the left hand side, it can be on either side. For this instance, let me say the deflection is on the left hand side. Then we will pick up the jockey and take it on C. When we place the jockey on C, if the deflection is on the opposite end, then the circuit is absolutely correct. Since on the two extreme ends of the wire, this is the wire AC, on the two extreme ends of the wire, the deflection is showing as left side and right hand side. So this means somewhere on the wire there must be a point where the deflection will be 0. We have to find that point. So we will start from the end A, pick up the jockey each time and keep touching the wire. We will not slide the jockey. Sliding the jockey is wrong, because with frequent use of sliding the jockey, the area of cross section of the wire will change, and we need here a wire having a uniform area of cross section. So the method is always that you pick up the jockey and make contact with the wire. So starting from A, you touch the wire, and at some point you will see that the deflection in the galvanometer becomes 0. At the point where the deflection becomes 0, that point is the point B. Okay? And say for a length L of the wire, the deflection has become 0. This means the rest of the wire length is 100 minus L. When the deflection in the galvanometer becomes 0, this point B is our balance point. Since the meter bridge is based on the null deflection method, so here it is very important that the current in the wire BD is 0. And by choosing this point B, where the deflection in the galvanometer has become 0, we have found the balance point. Now our bridge is balanced. When it is balanced, the part, we have this balance condition. The part of the wire AB, this part of the wire AB, this represents the resistor P of your Wheatstone bridge. We have the formula for resistance, R is equal to rho L by A. So using it here for the resistor P, we can write rho L by A. Similarly, for the length BC of the wire, this BC length is representing Q. And for Q we can write rho 100 minus L by A. Substituting the values of P and Q in the balance condition, we can write this equation. Rho gets cancelled, A gets cancelled, and the equation reduces to and the unknown resistance becomes S equals to R into 100 minus L upon L. In this way, just by finding the null point B, where the deflection in the galvanometer was 0 or the current in this wire was 0, we have found the resistance S. When we have found the resistance S, we can also find the specific resistance of the wire that we have used here, the unknown wire. The specific resistance of the material of the wire can also be found. Specific resistance means resistivity of the wire can be found. Resistivity of the wire, S would be equal to rho L dash by A. So length of the unknown wire can be taken. The area of cross section of the wire can be found using a screw gauge, and the resistivity of the material of the wire can be calculated. So meter bridge is a device which can be used to find unknown resistances or the resistivity of the given resistivity of the material of the given wire. Thank you. Have a good day. Stay safe. Bye.